Welcome back, my dear friend. Today we are going to check unit 16. Okay, its title is Animal Stories. Animal Stories. First of all, we are going to check the vocab. زي ما احنا قلنا قبل كده هقول لك الكلمة مرتين. Okay. The first one, grasshopper. Grasshopper. Content. Content. Enough. Enough. Wise. Wise. Goose. Goose. Greek. Greek. Prepare. Prepare. Relax. Relax. Collect. Collect. Refuse. Refuse. Spring. Spring. Metal. Metal. Respond. Respond. Tickets. Tickets. Kill. Kill. Necessary. Necessary. Terrible. Terrible. نطلع لفوق شوية كده. Believe. Believe. Surprised. Surprised. Perhaps. Perhaps. Bill. Bill. Dear. Dear. Trip. Trip. Escape. Escape. Close. Close. Stick. Stick. Owner. Owner. Copy. Copy. خلي بالك من الباس بتاعها تبقى copied. نشيل الواي وهنخليها IED. Copied. Nearby. Nearby. Sports club. Sports club. Let's look at the second column. Gold. Gold. Golden. Golden. Greedy. Greedy. Moral. Moral. Foolish. Foolish. Common. Common. Concert. Concert. Book. Book. وخلي بالك هنا book جاية verb معنى يحجز. Okay. Book. Upset. Upset. Ending. Ending. Invitation. Invitation. Explain. Explain. Scared. Scared. نطلع فوق شوية كده. Angry. Angry. Try. Try. Family party. Family party. Contents. Contents. Wonderful. Wonderful. Worried. Worried. Car bark. Car bark. Stress. Stress. Syllable. Syllable. Call. Call. Robbers. Robbers. Necklace. Necklace. Soldier. Soldier. Adventure. Adventure. Antarctica. 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 Discover. Discover. And discovery. Discovery. Okay. Guess. Guess. Return. Return. Without. Without. During. During. Results. Results. Borrow. Borrow. Useful. Useful. Successful. Successful. Bet. Bet. Equipment. Equipment. Thirsty. Thirsty. Advice. Advice. Okay. دي كانت الفوكاب اللي في unit 16. نشوف بقى the second table. الجدول التاني عندنا اللي هو conjugation of some verbs، تصريفات بعض الأفعال. وزي ما بقول لك كل مرة بنركز على irregular verbs. أول verb عندنا sit sat sat، forget forgot forgotten، lay هنا بمعنى تضع بيض تبيض، lay laid laid، keep kept kept، leave left left، break broke broken، and last one hurt hurt hurt. The second table is about words and opposites. Words and opposites. Okay. The first one, wise, foolish. The opposite will be foolish. Wise, foolish. Refuse. Refuse يرفض. The opposite will be accept. Accept. Heavy, it will be light. Inside, it will be outside. Happy, it will be unhappy or sad. Kind, it will be unkind. And last one, close, it will be far. Okay. The next table is about words and definitions. Words and definitions. The first word here, it's moral. Moral, it means a message that gives advice. A message that gives advice. A message in a movie, in a play, a story, a novel, and so on. So moral is a message that gives advice. Enough. Enough, it means as much as necessary. As much as necessary. على قد ما انت محتاج. Enough كافي. Wise. Wise, able to give good advice. Able to give good advice. يبقى wise اللي هي حكيم. Content here it means happy. Golden, something made of gold. Okay. Greedy, wanting more money or food, etc. Okay. So greedy, it means that you need more than you need. Okay. You want than you need. So greedy, it means wanting more money or food than you need. Goose, a common white water bird. A common white water bird اللي هو الأوزة وجمعها قلنا جيس. Borrow, it means to take something from someone then return it. To take something from someone to then return it. Like borrow a book, okay? Or borrow a camera from your friend and then return it back. And the last definition, terrible, it means very bad. The next table is about expressions and prepositions. Okay, the first one, give advice. خلي بالك هنا advice اللي هي C. advice C. Okay, letter C. هي give advice equals advise لو أنا كتبتها بالS. The second one, ask for advice. Prepare for, يجهز أو بيعد الشيء. Prepare for. Do work. Plan for the future. Go to any place. Go to the cafe or go to restaurant. Pick up. Fall into the canal. For example, the boy fell into the canal and nobody saved him. For a long time. I didn't see him for a long time. Come back. Verb to be plus away. Be away. It means سافر بعيدا. Be away. For example, I didn't see him for a long time. He was away. Go for a ride. Do the right thing. Find out. go faster go faster. take back يسترد أو يسترجع. I took my camera back from my friend. belong to. The second column, collect food for, like for example, charities collect food for the blind. Look very content, look very happy. Feel content, feel very happy. Get dressed. Have lunch. Decide to. Make up a story. ما تنساش ان make up ممكن تيجي بكذا معنى. make up انا عندي هنا make up a story يؤلف قصة. ممكن اقول لك make up your mind to make your decision, make a decision, or to decide to do something. Make up your mind, or here make up a story. move past بتعدي من جنب حاجة وانت ماشي ليتحرك مرا بيه. move past my school. take off. make a discovery. with the sticks. Old people walk using sticks or with the sticks. respond to. have a baby. in pairs في ثنائيات يعني اتنين يعني مثلا احنا بنعمل exercise في الفصل مع بعض فبقول لك in pairs يعني كل اتنين بيحلوا مع بعض. okay. well done. And the last one, copy the answer from the internet, for example. okay. The second point or the next point, notes. هندخل دلوقتي نتكلم على النوتس. اول واحده في النوتس اظن احنا اخدناها في اليونت اللي فاتت اللي هي it is or it was present or past as you like. it is or it was plus adjective to of course plus infinitive. for example, it is hard to find fish. There is a mistake here. This one is wrong. It is hard to find fish in that pond. It is hard to find fish in that pond. Number 2, the second point, become plus adjective. become يصبح. like this example here, the boy became greedy. أصبح طماع. Number 3, something is or was present or past made of substance. made of مصنوع من. made of substance مادة خام. مادة. for example, the door is made of wood. مصنوع من الخشب. ده انا قلت لك made of بنستخدمها لما يكون المادة شكلها ما اتغيرش. لكن لو حاجة شكلها اتغير هستخدم made from. يعني انا ممكن اقول لك نفس example ده بقول لك the door is made from an old table for example. لان الترابيزة عندي الاولد تيبل شكلها اتغير وبقيت حاجة تانية. لكن لو بتكلم عن المادة الخام نفسها ما اتغيرتش فانا بستخدم made of زي هنا في الاكزامبل عندي. نمبر 4 بيتكلم على الامبيراتيف. احنا كنا بنقول ان احنا بنبتدي بالانفينيتيف. انا هنا حطيت always plus infinitive وبقي الاكزامبل عندي always prepare for the future. Number 5, goose and geese. Goose the singular and geese the plural. goose اللي هي the white the common white bird اللي احنا قلنا اللي هو الوزة او geese اللي هو الأوز كمان. two geese are swimming in the pond. as adjective as ده قلنا بنستخدمها لما يكون عندنا حاجتين او شيئين او شخصين ممكن متساويين في نفس الصفة فأنا بحط as adjective as. for example, the egg was as heavy as metal. Number 7, we have here some words have more than one meaning. في كلمات طبعا بيبقى ليها أكتر من معنى زي عندي walk الverb يمشي. النون هنا عندي a walk تمشي نفسها. refuse يرفض. refuse ممكن تيجي بمعنى قمامة اللي هي rubbish. content راضي أو قانع وهنا contents اللي هي محتويات. Number 8 verb do. طبعا do بيجي مع حاجات كتير بس زي ما قلت لك في كل يونت بنركز على حاجة معينة. Do for example here ممكن بنقول مثلا do the quiz, do homework, do the right thing and do foolish things. يبقى احنا عندنا هنا words او phrases ممكن نستخدم معاها الverb do. في حاجات اكتر من كده طبعا بس دي الحاجات اللي عندنا في اليونت. So number 9 so plus adjective. هنا هتيجي بمعنى جدا. For example بقول هنا Hamza hasn't seen a snake so close before. So close قريب جدا. And the last one number 10 be verb to be. The first person to plus infinitive. Verb to be وطبعا هيبقى present or past على حسب الجملة اللي انت عايز تعملها. For example بقول Peter was the first person to arrive to work. Peter was the first person to arrive to work. كده يبقى احنا خلصنا الجزء بتاع النوتس وهنبتدي في جزء الجرامر. الجرامر النهارده بيكلمني عن the past perfect tense. past perfect tense الماضي التام. اول حاجه لازم نعرفها طبعا الفورميشن بتاعه او شكله بيتكون ازاي. هنشوف الفورميشن بتاعه. هنشوف اول حاجه في الافيرماتيف ستيتمنتس. affirmative statements اللي هي الجمل المثبته بيتكون من had plus past participle. had plus past participle. For example خلي بالك من الحاجات الاندرلاين اللي انا عاملها اللي هي بتوضح لك التنس. he had done his homework before he watched TV. He had done his homework before he watched TV. Number 2 they had their lunch after they had studied French. They had studied French. Okay. Then we have here the negative statements. النفي بقى بتاعنا النيجاتيف هتبقى had. أنا كل اللي هعمله هحط not. had not plus the past participle. For example I hadn't watched TV before I finished my homework. I had not watched TV before I finished my homework. طيب نيجي في الانتروجاتيف اللي هو الاستفهام. عندنا number 3 interrogative الاستفهام. طبعا عندنا two kinds of interrogatives like yes no questions and WH questions. The first type yes no questions. عشان اعمل سؤال yes no question طبعا هبتدي ب had subject past participle. For example had you finished اهو التنس بتاعي. had you finished everything by 9 or had she studied English well before her exam. طيب ولو عايز اعمل WH question نفس الفورم اللي فاتت الفورم question اللي فات هو اهو بس انا هنا طبعا في الاول بحط الكويستشن وورد اللي عايزها. الكويستشن وورد زي what where when زي ما انا قلت لك قبل كده. For example بنقول هنا what had they bought before traveling. What had they bought. Number 2 بنقول where had you gone before going to the cinema. ما تنساش قلت لك مهم جدا اكون عارف الباست بارتيسيبل بتاع الفيربس. التصريف الثالث للفعل لازم اكون عارفه كويس. طيب يبقى احنا عرفنا الفورم بتاعه بيتكون ازاي وعملنا الافيرماتيف والنيجاتيف ستيتمنتس وعملنا الكويستشنز الانتراجاتيف في اليس نو والدبليو اتش كويستشنز. طيب انا استخدم بقى الزمن ده في ايه؟ اليوزج الاستخدام بتاعه بنستخدمه عشان نعبر عن حدث حصل في الماضي قبل حدث تاني. يبقى التنس بتاعنا ده الباست بيرفكت expresses an action that happened before another one in the past. حاجة حصلت قبل التانية بس امتى؟ في الباست في الماضي. طيب نشوف أول حاجة هنقسم الدنيا عندنا أو هنمشي ازاي. هنشوف التايم كونكتورز دلوقتي هنمشي نقسمهم مع بعض مجموعات. هنقسمهم تقريبا على 5 أجزاء. تمام؟ اهو لغاية هنا يبقى نمبر 5 هنقسمهم 5 حاجات. فأول جزء منهم أو أول جروب أو the first point هناخد مع بعضينا after and as soon as. after و as soon as هما الاتنين after و as soon as followed by past perfect then past simple. يعني بيجوا وراهم past perfect بعد كده past simple. طب ينفع أجيبهم في النص؟ طبعا بس ما تنساش أنا قلت لك بنمسك جملة الباست simple بنمسك جملة كاملة على بعضها وبجيبها قدام. يبقى الباست simple بعد كده after و as soon as وبعد كده past perfect. ما بيفترقوش عن بعض after و past perfect أو as soon as و past perfect. For example بنقول ايه في الاكزامبل عندنا؟ بنقول after he had parked his car he went to work. طبعا ينفع اقول he went to work after he had parked his car بس ما تنساش انا بربط بالكاما هنا. لو هحط after في النص مش هربط بالكاما طبعا. The second example After I had studied I went for a walk. After I had studied I went for a walk. طبعا ينفع برضه اقول I went for a walk after I had studied. And the last example here, he had breakfast as soon as he had washed his face. اوكي يبقى زي ما قلت لك هي as soon as جايه في نص الجمله، جاي وراها الباست بيرفكت، انا مسكت الباست سمبل وحطيتها كلها قدام. The second group number 2، تاني مجموعه عندنا اللي هي فيها before, by the time and when. Before, by the time and when followed by past simple then past perfect، يعني عكس اللي فات فوق. الباست سمبل بعد كده الباست بيرفكت. عايز تحطهم في نص الجمله، اوكي همسك جمله الباست بيرفكت كلها واجيبها قدام، بعد كده before or by the time or when and past simple. For example بنقول before he arrived، جاي وراها الباست simple اهو، his uncle had left for Mansoura. Before he arrived his uncle had left for Mansoura. Number 2 before I went out I had studied English. Before I went out I had studied English. Number 3 he had visited his uncle by the time he wrote the letter. He had visited his uncle by the time he wrote the letter. And the last one, when he arrived at the station the train had left. When he arrived at the station the train had left. Number 3 تالت واحدة عندنا هنتكلم على till or until. till or until. till or until لازم proceeded او يسبقهم لازم يكون عندي فيه حاجه نيجاتيف. ايه النيجاتيف اللي عندي؟ هيكون عندي past simple، يا اما هتلاقي didn't infinitive، يا اما wasn't past participle or weren't past participle. ايه wasn't weren't past participle ده؟ اللي هو الباسيف، هلاقي جمل باسيف ممكن، وطبعا didn't والانفينيتيف دي اللي هي الجمله الاكتيف العاديه. بعد كده استخدم till or until، دي او دي الاتنين زي بعض. بعد كده الباست بيرفكت. تمام؟ نشوف مثلا اول مثال عندنا بيقول لي he didn't watch، اهو ادي الباست سمبل ونيجاتيف منفي. he didn't watch TV until he had done his homework. يعني هو ما عملش الحاجه دي، ما اتفرجش على التلفزيون غير لما حل الواجب بتاعه. Number 2 the car wasn't sold till he had repaired it. The car wasn't sold till he had repaired it. دي كانت till and until. Number 4 هنتكلم عن because and as. because and as يجي قبلهم past simple and followed by past perfect. يبقى preceded by past simple and followed by past perfect. For example Osama was tired because he had worked hard. Number 2 the teacher was angry because Omar had forgotten his homework. And the third one Heba succeeded as she had studied hard. Okay يبقى قبلها past simple بعدهم past perfect اللي هما because و as. في number 5 هتلاقي ان احنا هنتكلم على so و that's why. so and that's why عكس اللي فوقيهم على طول، عكس because و as. هيجي قبلهم الباست بيرفكت وبعد كده الباست سمبل. هناخد المثالين برضو هما الفيرست اكزامبل بتاع أسامة. بنقول هنقلب الجملة Osama had worked hard so he was tired. And the second one for Heba had studied hard that's why she succeeded. وبكده يبقى احنا خلصنا كل التايم كونكتورز اللي عندنا. في جزء كده صغير بس بنقول ان احنا الباست بيرفكت ده ممكن نستخدمه عشان نوصف بيه حدث حصل قبل وقت معين في الماضي. The past perfect is used to describe an action that happened before a specific time in the past. Okay? Like these examples here. For example, the first one, by 2005 my father had built our house. The second one, by midday I had done my homework. The third one and the last one, before my last birthday I had bought a bike. في نوت كده انا قلت لك عليها فوق، قلت لك خلي بالك ان انا ممكن بعد before و after ممكن ان انا بستخدم الجيرند على طول. جيرند اللي هو الفيرب ing. الحالة دي بعملها لما ما استخدمش عندي او ما يكونش عندي السبجكت، لما مش بستخدم الفعل اللي عندي. يعني هنا في الجملة انا قلت مثلا after parking his car he went to work. قلت after parking، ما قلتش after he had parked his car he went to work. No, after parking his car he went to work. نفس الكلام في الجملة التانية before. مش هقول before he watched TV he had studied his lessons. no. أنا شلت السبجكت عندي وقلت before watching TV على طول. before watching TV he had studied his lessons. طيب كده يبقى احنا خلصنا جزء الجرامر. يجي ازاي بقى الكلام ده في الامتحان؟ تعال نشوف جزء الريرايت مع بعض. ممكن نعمل كده اهو ونحاول نحل جملة جملة. ماشي اوكي. نشوف جزء الريرايت مع بعض. اول واحدة في الرايت عندي بيقول لي نادية had cooked the food by the time her visitors arrived in brackets after. قبل ما تحل معايا الجملة دي او قبل ما تشوف حلها، شوف اولا التايم كونكتور مديهولك، الحرف اللي مديهولك يا ترى مديني الكلمة عشان ابتدي بيها الكلام. سوري، مديني الكلمة هبتدي بيها الكلام، اركز على الحرف ده capital or small ولا هتيجي في نص الكلام. هنا عندي كلمة after هبتدي بيها الكلام، ده اول حاجة. تاني حاجة ركز على التنسز بتاعتك موجودين فين. تالت حاجة افهم الجملة كويس عشان تعرف ايه الحاجة اللي حصلت قبل التانية. شوف الاكشنز اللي عندك، شوف ايه اللي حصل قبل التاني، نفهم الجملة يعني، هو مش حفظ وخلاص. فنشوف اول حاجة مثلا after. نقرا الجملة في الاول تاني. بيقول لي نادية had cooked the food by the time her visitors arrived. هتبقى after Nadia had cooked the food her visitors arrived. The second one, as soon as she had cleaned the flat she listened to the radio. وين brackets جايب لي before، برضو هبتدي بيها الكلام before. هتبقى جملتي before she listened to the radio she had cleaned the flat. قلت لك لازم تفهم الجملة مش حفظ وخلاص. ايه اللي بيجي بعد before؟ past perfect past simple past simple past perfect، مش كده خالص. افهم جملتك عشان تعرف تحل كويس. Number 3, after Salma had studied her lessons she went out. خلي بالك انا جايب لك هنا في البراكتس until. افتكر ان until انا قلت لك بيجي قبلها الباست simple ويكون negative. فانا هقول سلمى didn't go out. ما ينفعش تاخد لي من هنا كده وتقول لي she didn't go out وبعد كده تكمل بسلمى. لا، ما دام عندي اسم يبقى ابتدي بالاسم. عندي اسم سلمى اهو، هبتدي بيه. فهقول سلمى didn't go out until she had studied her lessons. The next one, the train left then Ayman arrived at the station. يبقى أول حاجة حصلت إيه؟ train left. يبقى تاني حاجة اللي حصل بعدها Ayman arrived at the station. عشان كده بقول لك افهم جملتك. وعايز نستخدم by the time. by the time. طيب هتبقى إيه الجملة عندي؟ هتبقى by the time Ayman arrived at the station the train had left. By the time Ayman arrived at the station the train had left. The next one, first I watched the film then I went to bed. First I watched the film then I went to bed in brackets after. هبتدي بيها المرة دي. فأنا عندي ممكن أعملها بطريقتين هنا. ممكن أقول after I had watched the film I went to bed. After I had watched the film I went to bed. وممكن أقول after watching شلت السبجكت عندي. After watching the film I went to bed. The last one here, before going to school. هو هنا جايبها لي بقى على طول اهي before with gerund، يعني مش حاطط لي السبجكت. Before going to school عادل had breakfast in brackets after. دي سهلة الجمل دي، بتبقى after عكس before على طول. هقول after عادل had breakfast he went to school. After عادل had breakfast he went to school. عندي حل تاني. yes, there is another answer. After having breakfast عادل went to school. After having breakfast عادل went to school. اوكي كده يبقى احنا خلصنا جزء الجرامر وشوفنا ازاي شكله بيجي في الامتحان. نشوف بعد كده الفانكشنز او language functions. في اللانجوج functions بيكلمنا على responding to news. ازاي انا اتلقى الاخبار. حد قال لي good news or bad news، هيكون ردي ايه على الاخبار اللي بيقولها لي. نمسك اول حاجة good news. لو حد مديني good news ممكن ارد عليه واقول له how wonderful. ممكن اقول له really I can't believe it. طب تيجي ازاي؟ دي انا قلت لك الفانكشنز دي بتبقى مهمه جدا في سؤال السيتويشن بالذات. يعني مثلا جايب لي في الامتحان situation بيقول لي your friend told you that he won a gold medal. What would you say؟ ممكن ارد واقول له how wonderful. ما تنساش ان في exclamation mark هنا. situation تاني مثلا بيقول لي a friend tells you that you passed the exams and came first. انت مش مصدق فممكن تقول له really I can't believe it. ده بالنسبة لو حد قال لي good news. طيب لو حد جه بقى قال لي او وصل لي bad news هرد عليه ممكن اقول له oh dear, oh no, or how terrible. يعني مثلا في الامتحان جايب لي situation بيقول لي your friend had a bad accident. your friend had a bad accident. ممكن اقول له oh dear or oh no or how terrible. اخر جزء عندي في اليونت هنا اللي هو writing skills بيكلمني على ان في كلمات الستريس بتاعها بيختلف على حسب مكانها في الجملة. بيقول لي when the same word is used in different parts of speech the stress is often on a different syllable is put before the stress in a dictionary. يعني مثلا عندي كلمة، احنا اخدنا كلمتين شبه بعض اللي هي content it means happy and contents. شفت انا قلت هنا content هنا قلت contents it means what is in something محتويات. واخدين عليها examples هنا content اللي هي happy you look very content you look very happy and the second one look at the contents of the book محتويات الكتاب. The next word refuse and refuse. Refuse it means not do something يرفض. My father refuses to smoke. And refuse شايف الapostrophe جاية هنا على first letter. Refuse it means here rubbish. That man puts all the bark refuse in a large bin. وبكده يبقى احنا خلصنا مع بعض اليونت ونبتدي نشوف نحل مع بعض كام جملة كده في الريرايت. لو جالي في الامتحان الرايت هيجي ازاي بقى؟ نحلهم مع بعض. اوكي تعالوا نشوف كام جملة كده مع بعض. بيقول لي هنا write the following using the words in brackets. أول جملة عندي بيقول لي first we booked the tickets then we went to the concert. before قلت لك قبل ما تحل تبص على الكونكتور اللي هو عايزه منك مبتدي بحرف ايه، يعني هستخدمه في اول الجملة ولا في نص الجملة. تفهم الجملة كويس، اعرف الاكشنز اللي عندك ايه اللي حصل في الاول وايه اللي حصل بعد كده عشان تعرف تحل. طيب تعال نشوف اول جملة بيقول لي تاني، نقراها تاني مع بعض. بيقول لي first we booked the tickets then we went to the concert. The answer will be we had booked the tickets before we went to the concert. We had booked the tickets before we went to the concert. طب في حل تاني عندي؟ طبعا في another answer. We had booked the tickets before، مش هستخدم السبجكت المرة دي، هقول before going to the concert. We had booked the tickets before going to the concert. The next one, by the time we arrived the bus had left. In brackets as soon as. By the time we arrived the bus had left. Where is the first action? Where is the second action? Okay, the answer will be as soon as. مديهاني هنا هبتدي بيها جملتي هتبقى as soon as the bus had left we arrived. As soon as the bus had left we arrived. Number 3. When I wrote the letter I posted it. Of course I wrote the letter first then I posted it in brackets before. Okay. When I wrote the letter I posted it before. It would be I had written. لك لازم تعرف ال past participle بتاع ال verbs كويس. I had written the letter before I posted it. I had written the letter before I posted it. Number 4. I brushed my teeth but first اهو ركز على الكلمات اللي زي كده. but first I ate my lunch. في قبلها انا عملت حاجة تاني. in brackets after. It will be after I had eaten my lunch I brushed my teeth. After I had eaten my lunch I brushed my teeth. There is another answer. After eating my lunch I brushed my teeth. Number 5. After we had visited the museum we had lunch. In brackets until. ما تنساش انا قلت لك until ايه؟ هتيجي قبلها past simple negative. So the answer will be we didn't have lunch until we had visited the museum. We didn't have lunch until we had visited the museum. Number 6, the same idea I think. After he had studied the lesson he went out for a walk. In brackets until. كده until أنا بستخدمها في نص الجملة. Okay. So the answer will be he didn't go out for a walk until he had studied the lesson. He didn't go out for a walk until he had studied the lesson. Number 7. After Hala had bought a pair of shoes she went back home. In brackets before. So it will be Hala had bought a pair of shoes before she went back home. Hala had bought a pair of shoes before she went back home. Another answer. Hala had bought a pair of shoes before going back home. Before going back home. Number 8. First هو بيقول لي أول حاجة عملتها I booked a ticket. Then وبعد كده I prepared my bags. In brackets after. So the answer will be after I had booked a ticket I prepared my bags. After I had booked a ticket I prepared my bags. Another answer. After booking a ticket I prepared my bags. After booking a ticket I prepare my bags. Number 9. When the man arrived at the station the train had left. In brackets by the time. When the man arrived at the station the train had left. The train had left by the time the man arrived at the station. The train had left by the time the man arrived at the station. Number 10. The boy saw his father. He ran away. Of course, he saw his father first, then he ran away. In brackets, as soon as. So, the answer. The boy ran away as soon as he had seen his father. The boy ran away as soon as he had seen his father. 11. He was happy. His father gave him some sweets. In brackets because. So it will be he was happy because his father had given him some sweets. He was happy because his father had given him some sweets. The last one. After chasing the thief the police arrested him. In brackets had. حلوة الجملة دي ما فيهاش أي حاجة هو بس جايب لي هنا after chasing جايب لي after will gerund وعايز ان انا احط لها هادي يعني انا هحط السبجكت هنا عايزني احط السبجكت هتبقى after the police had chased the thief they arrested him. After the police had chased the thief they arrested him. انا عوضت عن the police here بالpronoun عندي they عشان police دي كلمة plural. Okay. Thank you very much my friend. أتمنى نكون استفدنا من اليونت دي وأشوفكم اليونت الجاية إن شاء الله.